Alrighty, what is going on? Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to cover the dumbbell stiff leg RDL. And this is honestly the same form for a barbell, but with a dumbbell, it adds a bit of a difference. So I'm going to cover the stiff leg dumbbell RDL, what muscles you should be feeling, how your form should be, what you shouldn't be feeling, and I'm going to go over common mistakes. So let's get into it. So you grab the dumbbells. All right, so dumbbell stiff leg RDL. What I like to do is, I don't like to have them here because I see that tends to roll people's shoulders forwards. I like to keep them more by my side, almost like in between, not all the way back here, but almost kind of like a 45-degree angle, right kind of along my pockets and my hips area, right? So keep the dumbbells right here. You're gonna wanna keep this core tight. If you're gonna punch yourself, especially in your lower abs, if you're gonna punch yourself, make sure you're tight there. Make sure you're flexing there. And that means not sucking your stomach in, but almost pushing your stomach out, creating a good strong base. So brace yourself, push your stomach out, dumbbells right by your side. What you think about from here, push your hips and butt back. Right below your knees, push your heels into the ground, come up and squeeze your butt. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more time. So core's tight, head's back, push your hips back, 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 right below your knees, right back up and squeeze your butt. There are so many mistakes with this exercise, but let's talk about some right now. One of the first ones is they bend to their knees, right? People bend at their knees and then try to bend over. If you saw, all that does is just round my back, right? It rounds my upper back and my lower back. So instead, have nice soft knees, nice athletic stance, push that butt back, 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 and then right back up. So you're bending through your hips. You're not bending through your knees. You're bending through your hips, okay? Got it? That's the first one. That's the biggest one, especially if you're having some low back pain. Stop bending through your knees, bend through your hips, okay? The next thing I see is people are just going way too low. Like you don't have to be all the way down here when you do a dumbbell RDL, right? If you saw, that's all just low back. What I would do is nice strong base, core tight, push back, like we said, get right below your knees. Because if you think about the function of your hamstrings, once you get past here, which is right below my knees, it's gonna be lumbar spine. It's gonna be your low back. You don't have to go within 1 to 2 inches past your knees. Once you do that, that's your hamstring working. Anything past that is gonna be lumbar spine, okay? So put them right past your knees. From there, push your heels into the ground, come back up and squeeze your butt. This goes into the next mistake I want to correct. All right, so core's tight, gripping these dumbbells nice and hard, soft knees, bend through your hips. Send your butt back to the wall behind you. If there's somebody behind you, send it back towards them like you're in the club, all right? So you're pushing your butt back, 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 right here. And now from here, push your heels into the ground, pull with the back of your legs, right? Come up and stop. What most people do is they'll come up and overextend. They're trying to squeeze their butt, but when they squeeze their butt, they're overextending. When you stand back up nice and tall, okay? You can squeeze your butt without having to overextend that back, okay? So that's one huge thing too, especially if you're, again, having low back pain with this exercise. All about when you stand back up, make sure you're squeezing and staying tall, keeping that core nice and engaged as opposed to standing up and just throwing your hips forward, right? And just things to think about when you're doing this movement, make sure it's through your hips. All this movement is coming through your hips. It's not coming through your knees and it's not coming through your low back. It's going through your hips. Hips go back, hips go forward, okay? It's not down and up. The more you think down and up, the more you're gonna round your shoulders, the more you're gonna use your lumbar spine, your back. Think that your hips are going back, forward, right? And one last thing I wanna make sure, we kind of covered it, but I wanna make sure, when you're here, no shoulders rounding forward. Because you can still hinge, but your shoulders are gonna be rounded forward. Keep those down. Again, this is why I like to keep them by my sides a little bit. That helps me keep my shoulders back, right? So, guys, this is a dumbbell RDL. Again, where you should be feeling it is hamstrings, glutes, Core too, core, because you have to keep a nice upright core position. You have to keep yourself braced throughout the whole movement. So I hope that helped you guys. Again, if you have questions, concerns, if you want me to check your form, feel free to email me or DM me or leave a comment. I'd be more than happy to try to help you out, guys. So thank you so much for watching. We'll talk next time.